Hey there, StarCraft 2 fans, and welcome back to game number 9 of the Kraft tournament, Kraft Gaming Tournament. This particular website will be listed in the description bar below. Feel free to visit their website. They do have another tournament coming up here in 2011, starting in February. It's going to be a once-a-month tournament, February, March, and April, and then I believe the victor of those 3 tournaments is going to be crowned based on that. So I'm not exactly sure how that works out, but feel free to check them out. There is a local tournament, like I said, coming up here in my area, which is the North Texas area. So if you're in my area, feel free to drop by that website and register for that tournament. I'm sure you would really enjoy participating. Here spawning on Shakura's Plateau, we have a Terran versus Terran matchup between Cheeseblock, the pink Terran in the upper left-hand corner, and over here in the upper right-hand corner, we have Mouse, the blue Terran player. So Terran versus Terran matchup, like I said, a very interesting matchup. I really enjoy watching. I think it's a lot of fun, especially from the standpoint of tank positioning, which we did see a lot of last round. Especially Mouse was able to use the high ground and his tank positioning very effectively. He was able to outmass in terms of number of Vikings. He was able to outmass Cheeseblock's number of Vikings and was just able to dominate the match from that point forward. So we do see Mouse pushing forward with his SCV here, doing a little bit of scouting. Is going to see the barracks going down, going to see that refinery going down as well. The supply depot positioning is just very close to the command center. So one thing important to note about Shakura's Plateau is that you will never spawn above or below your opponent. You will always spawn either next to or diagonal to your opponent. So don't ever scout downward or upward on Shakura's Plateau. Always scout across or diagonal, because otherwise you'll just be wasting your time. So continuing SCV production, it looks like in terms of refinery, it looks like Cheeseblock is quite a bit ahead, so could be looking to go some sort of tech route. He will almost have enough to throw down a tech lab, but is going to go ahead and bring out that first Marine. So Mouse just moving his pesky little SCV around the base here, doing a little bit of scouting, and the orbital command coming down for both players. Mouse looks like he's just slightly ahead on his orbital command. Also, that Marine timing just very slightly ahead. So bringing that over to the front door to make sure that no SCVs are able to scout up inside there. Second SCV going down for both players right now, along with the Mule coming down for the blue Terran player. No Mule yet for the pink Terran player, simply because orbital command wasn't finished. So now that the orbital command's done, there's the Mule. No tech lab on the barracks yet for either player, so could be looking to go for a Destiny Cloudfist 111 build. No factory on the way just yet. Just got the 100 gas though, so here could come the factory right now. Indeed, we do see the factory from the blue Terran player, and we also see the factory from the pink Terran player, just slightly ahead. So pink actually could have a slight advantage here in terms of tech. Excuse me. Second gas going down now for the blue Terran player, and we do have no second gas on the way for, actually just now starting for Cheeseblock. So could be looking to go for some Hellions, since his gas is going to be a little bit light to maybe siege tanks. Still pumping out Marines. We'll see that he have a couple Marines rally down to the front of his base. No Marines actually here for Mouse. Mouse has actually chosen to move his Marines out across the map. We'll get a free kill on that Marine to reclaim the watchtower, and does leave the weakened Marine there to stay on top of that watchtower as well. So these Marines are going to go ahead and book it on back to their base to stay hidden, stay safe, stay protected. We do have a bunker going down for Cheeseblock, so probably looking to go some sort of airplay. We do see the starport on the way as well, and a Hellion on the way. So we could be looking to see a Hellion drop. I was hoping to see this latch match, but it actually Cheeseblock chose to go Banshees, which was very effective up until the point where he just didn't have enough money to continue producing tanks and Vikings. He really just, he was a little bit earlier on his expansion, but in terms of units that are very effective, he just didn't have the right composition really to do the damage he needed to do. So a couple more Hellions on the way. Medevac we do see now on the way here, so we are definitely going to be seeing a Hellion drop. Another supply depot going down. We will notice that he is at 33 supply, and now he is at 35 supply with this next Hellion that's producing. So he is very shortly going to be supply blocked, which he is with that SCV if he does not get that supply depot up very soon. We do see the Marine still holding control over the Selnaga watchtower, so Blue's going to know what's coming in terms of this vision. However, I believe that Pink is going to be able to fly his medevac up here just north of that vision of the watchtower, and is going to be able to land. Now we do see a scan going down, so we will know what's on the way. Could we be seeing a double Hellion drop? It looks like we will. We will have Hellions for both players. However, we're going to have the blue flame Hellion for Mouse, so he's going to be far more effective in terms of the amount of damage that he's going to do. I think that I think that Cheeseblock may know what's on the way. It looks like he's only going to move out with 3 Hellions. Mouse, it looks like he's going to move out with 3 Hellions, and the Medivacs are just going to pass each other right by. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. I will try to pay attention to both sides and see what's going on, although it is going to be extremely difficult. The Marines up here checking out what's going on, and unfortunately, the drop looks like it's not going to be very effective. The drop over here, however, is much more effective. We do have a couple of Hellions left. 1 Hellion did get destroyed. The bunker up here was at very effective positioning, but the Hellions doing so much damage here, just blasting away these SCVs. Oh, so many kills. Let's take a look at the income tab. There are only 7 SCVs remaining for Cheeseblock. Did so much damage there. That is absurd. And the drop was able to be taken care of quite easily by the blue player. He simply had his Marines much more spread out over here, positioning him in the bunker. Probably not the best position, simply because the Hellions can just kite around, get around that bunker, and just completely make it null and void. Just not the best thing you want to have going on there in terms of location. He's going to have to salvage that bunker simply because he needs the minerals. He does have a tank produced, however, no siege mode on the way. Producing another tank and a Viking as well. A couple more Marines being produced, but in terms of harvester count and income, blue is very, very far ahead. Going to go ahead and break down these back rocks. Looks like he's just going to go ahead and make a push for the for Cheeseblock's base. No sense in waiting around for Cheeseblock to rebuild. He's got a sizable advantage right now in terms of army and in terms of harvesters, and he just needs to capitalize on that advantage as soon as possible. Is continuing to pump SCVs. He's up to 30 SCVs now. This 1 Viking pushing across the map is going to see these rocks being destroyed. However, the Viking's going to be taking out with relative ease, simply because the 3 Vikings is greater than 1 Viking. These 2 tanks here without siege mode are going to be somewhat ineffective. No siege mode still on the way, which it's not going to be finished by the time Mouse pushes in here. However, Mouse does not actually he does have siege mode, so he's going to go ahead and siege up right there, and Cheeseblock, knowing how far behind he was in this matchup, just chose to call the GG. I don't believe there was any way he could have held off that attack. With the 3 Vikings, there was no way he could shut those down, and the positioning of these tanks, he's just going to be able to take out these rocks and just push forward and just start decimating this side of the base. So very, very interesting play from both players. I would like to have seen the blue flame from Cheeseblock, as well as perhaps a little bit more inventive maneuvering, microing. But with both drops going on at the same time, I think blue was just able to play it a little bit better. He was able to defend his base while also microing his Hellions around and doing the damage that he needed to do in Cheeseblock's base. So kind of a short game, but a very interesting matchup nonetheless. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Please feel free to leave any questions or comments down below. If you enjoy this cast, please do subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Up next, in our next set, this was Cheeseblock versus Mouse, the one that we just watched. That was 2 games, games 8 and 9 of the series, and Mouse was the victor in both games. So next we will have Cheeseblock versus Moonmonk, which is the 2 losers, the losers bracket basically. So that's going to determine 3rd and 4th place, or 2nd and 3rd place. Well, sort of. And then there's another Cheeseblock versus Mouse game, so I don't even know how it works out. So Cheeseblock and Mouse looks like they get to play twice, but that's the finals. So we'll be looking forward to some great games coming up here. So the next will be Game 10 in the series of the Kraft gaming tournament. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on the next cast. Thanks.